Well, hello there. This is Dr. Craig Hain, and my students call me Dr. Dell. And I want to talk to you about what I'm calling today for this video, magic carpet math. Now, obviously, that's a metaphor, and so it's meant to be just kind of inspirational. Just imagine, for example, that your school had a math tutor that could fly in on a magic carpet and could give a student at your school complete control over this tutor to learn some math topic that would be appropriate for that student. And suppose you could do this for any student that you had in your school. How would that be? Well, first of all, what do I mean by a math tutor? Well, I mean me, Dr. Dell. I'm a math teacher, and I have created tutorial videos on a wide variety of topics, and you'll learn all about that later on if you want to know. It covers everything from the very beginning, algebra, all the way through calculus and differential equations. And by magic carpet, what I mean by that metaphor is that it's the internet. And it's a computer device that your student would have, like a Chromebook on the internet. So that's the magic carpet, and I'm the tutor flying in on it. Now, the good news is the student is going to have complete control over my tutorial video. That means they can pause it, they can back it up, they can go back and forth on it. And it's better than actually having me as a live tutor, believe me. The students can really learn from it. And of course, the tutorial video, each one of them will come with printed notes and with exercises, with answers, and a quiz, so that the student and the coach of the student will know exactly what's going on. And that progress of the student is going to be logged into what we call a learning management system that keeps track of the student's progress. So the student and the student will have a coach, can track this progress, and it's just a wonderful way to keep track of it. Now, there's also a forum, a question and answer forum, that if the student's been studying a topic, has watched the tutorial video several times, and just there's something they don't understand, they can go to the forum and ask a question. Now, of course, in a school, it may be they can ask another student or whatever and get the answer, but the forum's available if they need it. Now, the facts of the matter are, learning math in this way with these new 21st century technologies, and we couldn't have done this even 5 years ago, by the way, it's going to seem like magic to a student. It's going to seem like magic to your school. It's going to seem like magic to the student's coach. It also turns out that this way of doing math, what I'm calling the magic carpet math, is much less expensive than traditional math education. And now it's available for any school, because it's like hiring an excellent math teacher or a math tutor for less than $1 an hour for any student when they need it, exactly when they need it, at any time they need it. It's a phenomenal thing that can happen today. It's hard to believe until you try it. Now, you may be doubtful about it, and rightly so, because it's such a new technology. So a school can try this out at no risk whatsoever and prove it that it be the school's very best solution for delivering a really successful math education for all of your school students. And that'll be particularly true even for those that have struggled in the past. Most schools have a situation where a few students are doing fine with the math program, but a lot of them are struggling. Some of them are failing. Even the ones that are getting C's and D's and passing are struggling. Well, that all changes now. There's nothing but success with this program. When you have a math tutor teaching a student what they need, when they need it, in the right order they need it in, all students succeed. You're going to have nothing really but successful students. And that's hard to believe, because there's never been a math program that could do that before. And it all has to do with the individual tutoring and so on. Well, if you happen to have some really good students that are STEM students, science, technology, engineering, and math, it turns out this program is even more superior for them. Let's call it vastly superior. You may say, well, why could that be? Why would your program be better than a regular program? Well, the reason is what I'm teaching you in this program uses a fantastic 21st century tool introduced to the world in 2009 that literally revolutionizes STEM math. All the subjects like calculus and trigonometry and analytical geometry and linear algebra and so on. And this tool, to my knowledge, has not made it into any Common Core math textbooks. So there are no schools today teaching this tool, and it revolutionizes STEM math. Your STEM math program, if you use this Magic Carpet Math program, will be so much better than any other school that is not using it. It'll be amazing. Now, let's suppose that your school does have some really good math teachers. Well, that's wonderful, then what's going to happen is they're going to love this program. They're going to become great coaches, and they're going to start working with students on projects that apply the math that students are learning, and they're going to love it. It's going to make it much better. If I were a teacher in your school, I would want you to be using this program so then I could be a project leader and so on. And it turns out, however, some schools are having trouble hiring good math teachers, and what you only need is a good coach. The coach that the student needs doesn't have to know hardly any math at all. It has to be a good coach, and I in fact teach the coaches how to coach. So if you don't have good math teachers, that's fine. This will be even better for you. If you do have good math teachers, they'll love it too. Now, if you want to learn more about this Magic Carpet Math program, I'm calling it a 6-tier program, and you want to try it out risk-free, and you want to know more about it, then you should need to contact me and have a Zoom meeting set up, probably between me and your school leaders. Debbie Goodman is a program director. You contact Debbie Goodman, and she will set up a Zoom meeting with you, with your school leaders. We can set up a situation where you could test it out and try it at no risk, prove how great it is, and it will be revolutionary for your school. And I might add, if the implication was clear, it'll be much more cost effective than what you're doing. And if you're having trouble retaining students because of the math that they're struggling with and they discourage, this will keep them retained. It's a wonderful program. So this is Craig Hain or Dr. Dell. I hope you enjoy this analogy, as it were, of a Magic Carpet Math. I think you'll find it absolutely marvelous and very valuable for your school. It will probably save you a ton of money teaching math, but but better than that, it'll be great for your students. They're going to absolutely love it. And the only way to really find out is to learn more about it by having a Zoom meeting with me and trying it out risk-free and so on. So this is Craig Hain, Dr. Dell. I hope you've enjoyed this video. A PDF of what I just did is below this. You can print it out for people to show it to them if you want to, obviously. And then we'll get together and hopefully get you started on this for your school. So Dr. Dell, thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.